it's Suzanne from moonsongdesigns.com. Thank you for joining me. Today's project is this little box which I made not with a particular purpose in mind. I popped a candle in it, but the candle is too wide and it's making everything bulge a little bit. So I'd have to look for something that's a bit smaller, I think. This is, I keep wanting to call this Cheers to the Years, but it's the Year of Cheer designer series paper. And I know I've mentioned it before, but I love the fact that in the autumn winter catalogue this year we've gone for what people would consider non-traditional colours. I know gold is a Christmas colour, but we've got lots of black and green and the old olive green, so we haven't gone for the red, gold and green, which is probably a bit more traditional. And this is from a new stamp set called Merry Little Labels. And I think it looks fantastic heat embossed, so I'll show you how to do it. You need a piece of cardstock which is 6 by 6 inches. All the measurements, imperial and metric, will be on my blog. And you need to score this at 2 inches all the way around. Now, this is a new scoring blade. And this is the second time I've tried doing the video. And I've scored far too heavily on the cardstock, so I'm having to start again. So when I show you the designer series paper, I have already scored that, and that's the reason. So we'll make the bottom of the box, or the box part, by, I think we'll fold and burnish first. This is the thick Whisper White cardstock, because you need a good strong base. And we're just going to go down the score line. We're going to notch out there and there, and if you could see the desk at the side of me with all the bits that I'd already cut off the other cardstock, you'd be quite appalled. Right, and the same on here, and as you can see I've rotated this. So I'm rotating it 90 degrees. Like that. And rotating again, and that bleep, I need to get a very tall ladder out to remove my fire alarm and get the batteries replaced. I have got more than one smoke detector, so it's not the end of the world, but I need to get my brother around. He's a lot taller than me, and hopefully he can do it for me. Right, so on with the fuse, which hasn't been playing ball at all today. It's gone and got itself into a bit of a state, I think. It's sort of, I don't know, it's not, oh, that's a bit better. It's sort of fallen off the roller. So make up the box, matching the edges up nice and neatly, because then you will end up with a neat box, hopefully. There we go. And the last one is like that. And then using a bone folder, or in my case my stylus, I'm just rubbing inside just to make sure that they're stuck well. And then this is the designer series paper. As you can see, I've already scored it. It's a full 12-inch piece by a smidgen over 2 inches. And I've scored this at 3, 5, 7 and 9 inches. And then, as you can see, you've got 2 oblongs and then the 3 squares, and you're going to pop this onto that central square. So again, I'm going to, I'm putting fuse. You could use a liquid glue, because I think this paper is strong enough to take it, but when it's behaving itself, I think fuse is brilliant. So just make sure you've got that perfectly lined up, and then just roll it over, and then roll it over the other way, or not, because it doesn't want to be rolled over. and then pop that there like that, and there you have your box. So we need the handheld punch, and just holding these two together like that and eyeballing it. Just make a hole as close to the middle as you can get. Now, this all is already set up for me, and this is the one we're using. These are just great. I think no peeking, it would be great to put on something for a child, but I'm using this Let It Snow just because I think it's the nicest that we have in this stamp set. The Versamark, like that, and then stamp it down, and then I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper. This is just photocopy paper, a really good liberal sprinkling like that, and then I like to just pinch that there and back in, and the lid on in case I knock it off. I have knocked embossing powder all over the place. And now if you just want to turn the volume down while I get my heat gun going. And that's it done. I love heat embossing, it's like alchemy. You start off with this really dull powder and you end up with this gorgeous, shiny in this case, shiny image. Right, so I'm going to use the punch again, and again try and get it in the middle. It's a bit slightly off, but it's not too bad. And I'm also going to add one of these lovely things. Whoops, get it out of the box. You get 8 in a box, and as you can see I'm liberally sprinkling them all over the place. But the paper's got silver and gold in it, so you know, we're fine. I have got my ribbon, which is the sheer ribbon. It's the Whisper White 1/8 of an inch sheer ribbon. And these are fabric scissors, which usually work really well. So I'm going to just chop a bit off both ends. And then we're just going to pop this into there, pull it through there, like that. And then we're going to pop, no, we're not going to do this first. I'm going to pop this on. At least we would if we could. There you go. Like that. And then pop that through there. And then just pull them all together like that. Tie your knot, and then try, in my case probably fail miserably, to make a nice bow. Ooh, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. And with the fabric scissors again, I'm just going to chop off the excess. And there we have our two little boxes. I'd love to know what you think. Oh, I've used copper. I've picked up the copper, not the gold, look. This is the copper heat embossing, which doesn't quite work, and the gold heat embossing, which does. I'll change that. I'm going to have to change that now. Anyway, let me know what you think, and if you would like a copy of the Autumn Winter Catalogue and you're in the UK, France, Austria, the Netherlands, and I've forgotten one, Germany, then just give me a shout. Alright, see you soon. Bye bye.